Well, our French politics editor, Marc Perelman, is covering this story for us today. He's with me now. And Marc, we'll come to the vaccine pass in a moment. But first of all, talk to us a bit about these government measures being introduced. For example, that push to work from home I mentioned a bit earlier. Clearly, the administration here is trying to balance public health with protecting the economy.
Yes, and clearly it realized that with the amount of cases, it meant the economy would come to a standstill if people were to isolate at home with contact tracing, given how Omicron is spreading in the country. Essentially, teachers wouldn't be able to go to school, we wouldn't be able to go to work, and teachers wouldn't be able to give classes, and health workers couldn't go to hospitals, more critically. And so it means that, yes, the economy has to continue. Yes, there are measures. We're forced to wear masks again in the streets of Paris. This had essentially disappeared. But basically, the trade-off is that we are doing this to avoid any curfews or any new lockdowns. And so this is the trade-off. We have to continue. We have to push even more vaccination. But this is the gamble, because it is a gamble that the government is hoping that we'll be able to go through this very rough patch. It will be very rough during the whole month of January, and hoping that the horizon will improve as we get nearer to the presidential election. You may have noticed that we're only 4 months away from the first round.
And with all of that in mind, the vaccine pass is being debated today, this afternoon in Parliament. It's a government initiative, obviously, but across the political spectrum, how much support does it have?
It will pass. There's no question. First of all, because Emmanuel Macron's party has a solid majority in Parliament. And second, because other groups have indicated that they would also vote in favor. The Socialists have done so. And a number of members of Les Républicains, the Conservative Party, have said they would support this. There is opposition from the far right, from the far left. There is some opposition within the right, and they will probably use this platform at the National Assembly to saying this is against our liberty, this is not efficient, because as we're seeing, France has a high vaccination rate, but nevertheless, Omicron is spreading in France like in few other countries. And so this means vaccine is not efficient. Obviously, the government says vaccine is efficient against going to hospitals, going to ICUs, and against people dying. But yes, it is spreading. But we believe that to avoid making vaccination mandatory, this vaccine pass is the best instrument we can have to force people to get a vaccine. Because, as you said, when this will be passed into law, which should happen in the next few days, this will mean that without a vaccine, you will not be able to go to a cinema, to go to a restaurant, to go to a bar, or any other place where the public is admitted.
Marc Perelman for now. Thank you very much.